Doncs donem les gràcies al senyor Sant Martín i ara sí que arrenquem la recta final d'aquest Congrés Mundial de Turisme, Neu i de Muntanya i ho fem, com cada 2 anys, amb les conclusions tècniques a càrrec del senyor Christopher Hinteregger, el director científic del Congrés.
Hello everybody, it is me again, but I promise it's the last time, at least for this edition, that I will be here on this stage. I was asked to make a short wrap-up, and I also promise you, after 2 days of content, discussion, presentations, that it will be a very, very short one. In order to prepare for these conclusions, I thought about how I'm going to do this to make it really, really short, and such an amount of content are behind us. So I said, okay, I try to define a few keywords that kind of represent the content of the last 2 days. Actually, I need the clicker, or somebody needs to click for me. You put it there? Ah, underneath. Okay, yeah, I have it. Okay, perfect. So I tried to define a few keywords, and the first one is authenticity. Fiona gave us a few examples in her presentation about Swiss projects she was involved. One project was kind of a new development, the other one was kind of a renovation of old buildings, but they all had in common that it was about authenticity. So they kept the exterior and the interior, and to make it as local as possible. Also Valeri, our friend from Georgia, he was telling us the story about the hotel, the room hotel in Kaspegi, where they kind of reinvented an old sanatorium from the Soviet time, and they also kept like the exterior, so they used the same material, and they also used kind of the known place the sanatorium is situated, in order to develop the brand. So definitely, to conclude, authenticity is a very important topic when it comes to tourism development. So tourism companies and tourism destinations, they can use this in order to differentiate from the competitors, to create something unique. And this is what we all want, to create, as tourism destinations, to create something unique, and as tourists, to experience something unique. So the second keyword is experiences. We heard a lot about the term of experiences. Maybe this is like one of the first times that this was so heavily used in a congress, at least I attended. Nina was presenting her Aurora domes from Lapland, where I'm still amazed about this video she showed us, where everything was silent and you could just hear the noise of nature. That was beautiful. I think I definitely want to go there because this is something in our fast-changing world everybody likes to experience. And then, of course, Paul, he has a completely different approach, and he showed us that sometimes it is very important to have an out-of-the-box thinking. Just to think about creating, not destinations, but experience in destinations. So this is what tourists, and especially, as we heard before, also Sam was talking about it, the millennials and the younger generations, they are looking for experiences. And then, of course, also Alexis in the last session, it was just like a side mark that he was just talking a little bit about what Airbnb is going to do, and also they are going to offer experiences. So this is something, the term of experience, that is very, very important, and to conclude, will get increasingly important in the future. The third one is innovation. There's so much going on nowadays. Our environment and our world is changing so fast. We heard from Dimitrios how we try to apply the system of smart cities and create, in a way, smart destinations. David was telling us what Media Hotels is doing in order to make use of all the data that is available in all the single properties they are owning. Dan was telling us how destinations can use user-generated visuals and how, on a different level, they can be used by different kind of authorities. Neville was telling us about the tool to optimize revenue, also based on rankings and ratings. And again, Alexis and also Carola, they were telling us about how to convert cold beds into hot beds, which is also something like a very new topic and only possible through kind of new innovational business models. So to conclude, innovations, they are there. They are sometimes very, very fast developing. We have seen also in the last session that whenever there is a lot of development in the online world, there are also a lot of effects in the offline world, and somehow we need to balance this. And this is also what will definitely happen in the next couple of years. And already the last keyword, quality. It's not nothing new. I mean, quality has always been an issue for the last decade, so to say, in tourism. But I think it is still important to have it as a keyword here on the slide, because this is something that will never stop. Quality is always there. Chantal and Victor, they were telling us how on a national level quality initiatives are started and implemented. Natasha was telling us that we have to listen to the customers and what they are saying. Peggy was telling us not only to listen to the customers, but also to take care about the customers. It's also a kind of quality issue. Simon was telling us not only to listen to the customers, but we also have to listen to the communities and to the businesses. Tobias had quite a similar approach with communities when he was presenting his real-world laboratory in the northwestern part of Italy. And of course, also education is part of quality. We heard from Omar about the initiatives of the WTO Themis Foundation regarding the education of national tourism administrations, how they can learn and benefit from experience from other countries or best practice examples. And finally, Miguel was also telling us that in Andorra there will be the Mountain Tourism Destination Management Diploma starting from 2018 now. So this is something that is directed towards the younger generation and students that will be better educated in tourism than previous generations. So this was it just in a nutshell. Of course, there will be more detailed conclusions prepared in a detailed document which will be published on the website of the WTO. And last but not least, I would like to say thank you to all the speakers and also thank you to the organizers of the Congress. It was always a pleasure, and I'm really very much looking forward to the Congress in 2020. Thank you very much.